Hello everybody, welcome to the yoga session. This class is going to be about half an hour long. It's going to be a little bit more challenging than the other video that I uploaded. So just do what you can, take it easy. Anything that you can't, that's too challenging for you, just leave it alone. We'll do a few warm-ups. We'll begin in the child's pose. We'll connect with the breath. We'll do a few warm-ups. I'll do a plank demonstration and then a demonstration of the three different sun salutations. And then we'll go straight into doing the various postures, and we'll have a couple of minutes just at the end of the class then to relax. So if you come into the child's pose, open your knees to the width of your mat, bring your big toes together, toes turned down, and then just stretch your hands out as far as you can in front, palms of the hands onto the floor, drop the forehead onto the floor, close your lips, and just breathe in through your nostrils. Inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. Breathe into the upper body, the armpits. Create an expansion there. Exhaling, relax the hips, the sit bones towards the floor, towards your heels. Breathe in through the nostrils again, into the armpits. Fill the upper body with the breath, and exhaling, once again, allow your sit bones to drop towards the floor. Let the breath go completely. Encourage the body to relax and let go of any tightness or tension you might be holding. Keep coming back to your breath, back to the base of your nose. The breath connects the body and the mind. It's the bridge between the mind and the body. And the three aspects of the mind, body and breath are what is your yoga practice. So each aspect is of equal importance. Even if the emphasis on this class, it's a little more physically vigorous, but the same thing still applies. Once again, back to the base of your nose one more time. Inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. Okay, then slowly come back up. Bring the knees back in, sit onto the backs of your legs, interlock your fingers. Inhale, press up, exhale, hold. Inhale, press up, exhale, hold. Inhale, press up, and exhaling, then bring the hands back onto the floor. So your hands are directly below your shoulders, your knees are directly below your hips, and your toes are turned in. Drop your lower back, lift your butt and your chin as you inhale, look up through the eyebrows. Exhaling, pull in the hips and the head, arch the back, look to the navel. Drop the lower back as you inhale, lift your butt and your chin, look up. Exhaling, pull in the hips and the head, arch the back. So this is the cat stretch. Warming up the spine, nice and easy, in your own time. Breathing through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. And come back up to center. Turn the toes down again, sit onto the backs of the legs, extend the arms out and open the fingers wide. And then bend at the wrists. So we're going to be doing a lot of work that involves the wrists. So we'll warm them up. And then from side to side, just at the wrist joints. And then clockwise. Anti-clockwise. And shake it out. Okay. So I'm going to show you the plank. The plank is, you want to use the plank in whichever one of the three upward and downward dogs that you choose to use for the sun salutations. So I'll just quickly go through it. We start in this position. You lift your knees up off the floor again, press your heels back, pull in the lower abdomen, inwards and upwards through the crown of the head. The tailbone moves back down towards your heels. So all the action is around the centre area. Try not to let the hips drop down too far or to overcompensate by going too high. Okay. So again, engage your core, press the heels back, hold and then release down. Sit onto the backs of the legs again and shake out the wrist. So that's the plank. We'll only be holding that for a brief moment every time we come into upward and downward dog. Okay, so I'll come up into the mountain pose and I'll go through the three different types of sun salutations very quickly, and you choose whichever one suits you the best. So inhaling, then turn the palms out and up to the sky, exhaling down towards the heart center and onto the floor. Bend the knees if you have to as you inhale, lift up. Exhale, then step back with the right and then the left foot, and we come briefly into the plank position. Okay, and then relax into downward dog. We'll hold that for 5 breaths. Then we inhale, we'll step forward with the left and then the right foot. Grab the backs of the legs, bring the nose towards the knees as you exhale. Inhale, turn the palms out and up to the sky. Exhaling down towards the heart center by your side. The next one then is same thing again, lift up as you inhale, exhaling down towards the heart center onto the floor. Again, bend the knees if you have to. Lift the chin, look up as you inhale, and this time then we're going to skip back. So just a skip back like that, okay, into the plank for a brief moment, bend the knees and press back into downward dog. Hold for 5 breaths. Inhaling, then we'll bend the knees and then skip forward again. Grab the backs of the legs, bring the nose in towards the knees. Inhaling, turn the palms out and up to the sky, and exhaling down towards the heart center by your side. Last one then, we're going to jump back and we're going to do an upward and downward dog. Okay, so you can dispense with the upward dog at any time if you find it's too challenging. Okay, so do the last one then, inhaling up, exhaling down towards the heart center onto the floor. Lift the chin as you inhale, look up, bend the knees, and then you jump back again into the plank for a moment. Keep the elbows tucked in, come down. Inhaling then upward dog, drop the hips, toes down, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, shoulder blades go down the back. Exhaling, turn the toes in, lift the knees, lift the sit bones, drop the chest, let the head hang loose. Again, we'll hold for 5 breaths. Then to come out of it, inhale, we're going to lift the chest and the chin, and again come into a squat and then spring forward. Exhaling, bring the nose in towards the knees. Inhaling, turn the palms out and up to the sky. Exhaling down towards the heart center by your side. We'll come back into the mountain pose, bring your attention back to your breathing. Okay, so we're going to go straight into it. We're going to do 3 sun salutation A and 3 sun salutation B. So whichever one of those one suits you that we're just after doing, that's the one that you do. I'm going to do the jump back, so whichever one suits you is fine. So where we go. Inhaling, then turn the palms out and up. Exhaling, palms together, down by the heart center onto the floor. Bend the knees if you have to. Lift the chin, look up, and then exhaling, then step, skip, or jump back into the plank for a moment. Elbows tucked in, drop down, toes turn down, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows. Look up, shoulder blades go down the back. Exhaling, turn the toes in, lift the sit bones, drop the chest back towards your spine, towards your thighs, and let your head hang loose. And come back to your breath. Fingers are open wide, pressing into the index fingers and thumbs, inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. So again, whichever one you're doing now to come out of the posture, inhale, lift the chest and head, and then either step, skip or jump forward. Exhaling then, grab the backs of the legs, bring the nose in towards the knees, bend the knees if you have to. Turn the palms out as you inhale, stretch up to the sky, look up. Exhaling then, hands down by the heart center by your side. Come back into the mountain pose, come back to your breath and we'll go again. Inhaling, stretch out and up to the sky. Exhaling, hands down towards the heart center onto the floor, nose to knees. Lift the chin, look up as you inhale. Exhaling, then step, skip or jump back into the plank for a brief moment. Come down, elbows tucked in. Turn the toes down. As you inhale, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, look up. Exhaling, turn the toes in. Lift the sit bones. Bend the knees a little bit. And drop the chest back as far as you can towards your thighs. Finally, letting your head hang loose. Come back to the base of your nose, inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. Steady your breath. So be mindful of your breath all the time. Don't lose sight of the breath. To come out of the posture, then inhale, lift the chest and head, bend the knees and then either step, skip or jump. Exhaling, then bring the nose in towards the knees, grab the backs of the legs. Turn the palms out. As you inhale, lift up to the sky, palms together. Exhaling down towards the heart center by your side. Back into the mountain pose again, shake it out. Come back to your breath. And one more time. Turn the palms out. As you inhale, lift up to the sky, palms together. Exhaling down towards the heart center onto the floor, nose to knees. Lift the chin, look up, straighten the back, look up through the eyebrows. Exhaling, then step, skip or jump back into plank. Hold for a moment. Keep the elbows tucked in, come down. Turn the toes down. Inhaling, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, look up. Exhaling, turn the toes in. Lift the knees, lift the sit bones. And drop into downward dog. So again, knees bend a little bit. Drop the chest back toward your thighs, let the head hang loose. If you want in this position, then you can pedal the feet a little bit like this, alternatively straightening and bending the legs, getting the heel onto the floor, working the hamstrings a little bit more. Okay. Then back to center, press back as deep as you can. Inhale, lift the chest and head, bend the knees, step, skip or jump forward. Exhaling, then grab the backs of the legs, bring the nose in towards the knees. Inhaling, turn the palms out and up to the sky, palms together. Exhaling down towards the heart center by your side. Back into the mountain pose. Steady your breath. Open your feet then a little bit, just about to the width of your hips. Keep your tailbone pulled in, lower abdomen inwards and upwards. Relax the shoulders, look to the tip of the nose. So we're going to do sun salutation B. So bend the knees as you're inhaling, the hands up overhead. Drop the sit bones towards the floor, lean back into your heels, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows. This is the chair pose. Exhaling, then straighten the legs, fold forward, hands onto the floor, nose to knees, or bend the knees if you have to a little bit. Lift the chin as you inhale, look up through the eyebrows, and once again either step, skip or jump back into the plank. Exhaling down, turn the toes down, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, look up. Exhaling, turn the toes in, lift the knees, lift the sit bones and press back into downward dog again. Steady your breath. Come back to your breath. And then I want you to turn your right heel onto the floor. Inhaling, bring your left foot up beside your left hand. Inhaling then, come back up. Keep your right leg straight. Drop the hips. Relax the head back. Look up towards your thumbs. Exhaling, the hands back onto the floor. Roll your right heel back out. Step back with your left foot. Bend the knees a little bit again. Lift your butt towards the ceiling as you exhale. Drop the chest, let the head hang loose, downward dog again. Other side, roll your left heel onto the floor. Inhaling, bring the right foot up beside the right hand. Keep the left leg straight. And inhaling, then come back up. drop the hips, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, look up through the hands. Exhaling the hands onto the floor, rotate your left heel back out, step back with your right foot, bend the knees a little bit, lift your butt towards the ceiling once again, drop the chest, let the head hang loose, and you're into downward dog. Come back to your breathing, take control of the breath. Inhaling, then lift the chest and head, bend the knees, and once again either step, skip or jump forward. Exhaling, then bring the nose in towards the knees. Inhaling, then keep your sit bones dropped. Inhaling, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, look up. Exhaling, straighten the legs. Bring the palms of the hands together, down towards the heart center and by your side. Back into the mountain pose again. Bring your attention back to the breath. And we'll go again. Bend the knees as you inhale, stretch the arms up, lean back into your heels, lift the chest, the chin, stretch up through the fingers. Exhaling, straighten the legs, fold forward, hands onto the floor, nose to knees. Lift the chin as you inhale, look up, and then exhaling, then step, skip or jump back into the plank. Come down as you exhale, turn the toes down. Inhaling, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, look up. Exhaling, turn the toes in, lift the knees, lift the sit bones, and once again press into downward dog. Let the head hang loose. And then rotate your right heel inwards onto the floor. Inhaling, bring the left foot up beside the left hand. Keep your right leg straight and strong. Inhaling, then come up. Drop the hips, stretch up, look up between your hands. Exhaling, the hands back onto the floor. Rotate your right heel back out. Step back with your left foot. Bend the knees a little bit. Press back, drop the chest. Let the head hang loose. And back into downward dog. Rotate your left heel onto the floor. Inhaling, bring the right foot up beside the right hand. Keep the left foot grounded, the left leg straight. And then inhaling, come back up. Drop the hips as you exhale, stretch up through the tips of the fingers, relax the head back. Exhaling, the hands back onto the floor. Rotate your left heel back out. Step back with your right foot. Bend the knees again a little bit, lift your butt towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, let the chest drop back towards your thighs, and once again the head hangs loose. Bring your attention back again to the base of your nose. Inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. Inhaling, then lift the chest and head, bend the knees, step, skip or jump forward. Exhaling, then bring the nose in towards the knees. Inhaling, then drop the sit bones. Inhaling, hands up overhead. Stretch up through the tips of the fingers. Exhaling, straighten the legs, bring the palms together. Down towards the heart center by your side. Back again into the mountain pose, shake it out, and we'll go one more time. Inhaling, bend the knees, sweep the hands up, lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, lean back into your heels. Exhaling, fold forward, hands onto the floor, nose to knees. Lift the chin, look up as you inhale, straighten the spine. Exhaling, bend the knees, and then either step, skip, or jump back into plank. Keep the elbows tucked in as you exhale and come down. Turn the toes down. Lift the chest, the chin, the eyebrows, look up. Shoulder blades go down the back. Exhaling, turn the toes in. Lift the knees, lift the sit bones. Drop the chest, let the head hang loose. Downward dog. Turn the right heel in towards your left foot. Inhale, bring the left foot up beside the left hand. Keep your right foot pressed onto the floor, the right leg straight and strong. Inhaling, then stretch up, drop the hips, relax the head, look up between the hands. Exhaling, the hands onto the floor. Rotate your right foot back out. Step back with your left foot. Bend the knees a little again. Drop the chest, relax into downward dog. Back to your breath. And the other side, rotate your left heel onto the floor. Inhale and bring the right foot up beside the right hand. Keep the left foot on the floor, the left leg straight and strong. And then inhaling, come back up, drop the hips, relax the head, stretch up through the tips of the fingers. Exhaling, the hands onto the floor, rotate your left heel back out, step back with your right foot, bend the knees, press back, drop the chest, head hangs loose, come back to your breath. So just take a moment now to reconnect with your breath. When we're doing a little more of a vigorous class, the breath can get knocked out a little bit. So use this opportunity to slow the exhalation. Never forget the breath. The same principles still apply all the time with yoga. It's all about letting go. Inhaling, then lift the chest and head, bend the knees, and then either step, skip, or jump forward. Exhaling, bring the nose in towards the knees, drop the sit bones as you inhale, palms up overhead, stretch up, hold for a breath. Exhaling, straighten the legs, palms of the hands together, down towards the heart center and by your side. Back into the mountain pose again. So once again, just take a brief moment to steady your breath. Okay. Inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. And we go again. Inhaling from the palms out and up to the sky. Exhaling down towards the heart center and onto the floor. Bend the knees as you inhale, and then either step, skip, or jump back. Okay. Now this time I want you to drop down onto your knees. Keep the chest and the sit bones lifted. Inhale, then bring your left foot up to the inside of your left hand. Okay. Keep your chin lifted, and then I want you to inhale, lift your right knee, press your heel back and drop your hips. So when the hips drop, don't allow the knee to drop. Okay? That right leg is straight and strong. Exhaling, then drop the knee onto the floor. Inhaling, then drop the hips, stretch up and back, relax the head, look up to the sky. Exhaling, hands back onto the floor. Inhale, lift the right knee, press the heel back, chin up. Exhale the knee to the floor. Inhaling, drop the hips, stretch up and back, look up to the sky, slight back bend. Exhaling, the hands back onto the floor. One more time, lift the knee, press the heel back, chin up. Exhale the knee to the floor. Inhaling, drop the hips, stretch up and back, relax the head back. Now we're going to try and hold this for a couple of breaths. So try and allow your hips to drop towards the floor. Open the chest, relax the head back, stretch up through the tips of the fingers. Exhaling, then the hands back onto the floor. Lift the right knee, step back with the left foot as you exhale. Bend the knees a little bit. Once again, relax into downward dog. Come back to the base of your nose, inhaling through both nostrils. Exhaling through both nostrils. Good. Down onto the knees again then, toes turned in, sit bones and chin lifted. Inhale, bring the right foot up to the inside of your right hand. Keep your chin lifted. Then inhale, lift the left knee, press the heel back, drop the hips, chin up. Exhale the knee to the floor. Inhaling, then drop the hips, stretch up and back, relax the head back, look up to the sky. Exhaling, the hands back onto the floor. Inhale, lift the knee, press the heel back, drop the hips, chin up. Exhale the knee to the floor. Drop the hips as you inhale, stretch up and back, relax the head back, stretch up through the tips of the fingers. Exhaling, the hands back onto the floor. One more time, lift the knee, drop the hips, chin up. Exhale the knee to the floor. Drop the hips as you inhale, stretch up, relax the head back. Once again, we'll try and hold for a few breaths here if you can. Allow that chest to open. Embrace the sky, stretch up through the tips of the fingers, relax the head back. Exhaling, then the hands back onto the floor. Lift the left knee, step back with the right foot, bend the knees a little bit. Once again, press back into downward dog, let the head hang loose. Inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. Inhaling, then lift the chest and the chin, Bend the knees and then either step, skip or jump forward. Exhaling then, bring the nose in towards the knees. Inhaling, turn the palms out and up to the sky, palms together. Exhaling down towards the heart center and by your side. Back into the mountain pose, front of your mat, and once again shake it out. Okay, we're going to go into the triangle series now. So inhaling, hands prayer position, chest level. Exhaling, step back of the right foot 3 feet. And then pivot your feet around and bring your hands onto your hips. So your heels should be in line, knees lifted, legs are straight. Open the left hip and shoulder back. If you can, sweep the left hand around behind, grab your right hip as close as you can. This is just a way of keeping the posture aligned. Try and imagine you're sandwiched in between 2 panes of glass, so don't let your butt stick out. As you exhale, just allow the right hand to slide down the right leg. Keep your tailbone in, lower abdomen inwards and upwards. Open the left shoulder, turn the head, look up towards the ceiling. Weight is evenly distributed between both legs, pressing into the outer edge of the left foot, the inner edge of the right foot, pulling in the lower abdomen, the tailbone, and then when you're steady, you can extend the left hand up towards the ceiling, the right hand down towards the floor. So this is a dynamic posture. You're opening outwards from the heart center through the tips of the fingers. Feet are grounded and the breath is smooth and even. And breathe. Inhaling, then come back up, arms parallel to the floor. And we're going to go into a reverse triangle. So bring your left hand onto your left leg. Turn the palm of your right hand up towards the ceiling. And then inhaling, come up. Bring the arm up and over as far as you can. Relax the head back. Stretch up through the tips of the fingers. Breathe into the right rib cage. Expand and open. Control the breath. As always, if you find your breathing becomes problematic, it means you're overstretching, so just ease out of it a little bit. Inhaling, then come back up, arms parallel to the floor again, hands onto the hips as you exhale. Turn the right foot in, the left foot out, open the right hip and shoulder back. Again, sweep the right hand around behind, grab your left hip or as close as you can get, just to keep your right hip and shoulder open back. As you exhale, then begin to slide your left hand down along the left leg. Keep your tailbone in, lower abdomen inwards and upwards. Just get comfortable, look up towards the ceiling, and then when you're steady, extend your right hand up, the left hand down, stretching out through the tips of the fingers of both hands, opening outwards from the heart center. And breathe. Pressing into the outer edge of the right foot, the inner edge of the left foot. Inhaling, then come back up, arms parallel to the floor again. Turn the palm of the left hand up towards the ceiling. Reach back with the right hand onto the right leg. And then as you inhale, bring the left arm up and over as far as you can. Once again, keep your tailbone in. Relax your head back. Look up into the palm of the left hand. Stretch out through the tips of the fingers of the left hand. And breathe. Steady your breath. Inhaling, then come back up. Arms parallel to the floor again. Hands onto the hips. And then turn the left toes in. So the outer edges of the feet should be parallel to your mat. We're going to do a reverse triangle now. Again, inhaling, stretch the arms out. Exhaling, then bring the right hand onto the left knee or the lower leg or onto the floor if you can. The main thing to watch for here is that the legs are straight and strong and the feet are grounded. So if you try and get that right shoulder down as far as you can, place the palm of your left hand onto your lower back. Now if you find that your legs are wobbly at this stage, then you're overstretching, just bring your hand back up a little higher onto the leg. So that right shoulder is stretching down. Open the left shoulder, turn the head, look up towards the ceiling. Just check that you're comfortable, that your feet are grounded, the legs are steady, the breath is steady. If you're comfortable, then you can go a little further and stretch the left arm up towards the ceiling. And again, this could wobble the posture a bit for you, so if that happens, just bring the hand back down again. Checking with the breath all the time. The breath dictates the posture. Keeping the left hand up, exhale, look down towards the floor. Inhaling, then come back up, arms parallel to the floor, and exhaling the other side. Bring the left hand onto the right knee, the lower leg, or onto the floor, and the palm of the right hand onto the lower back. So get that left shoulder down as far as it'll go for you. Keep the knees lifted, the legs are straight, and then open the right shoulder, turn the head, and look up towards the ceiling. Once again, check with your breath. Check that the legs are steady, you're comfortable, and if you want to go further, you can extend the right hand up. Again, if this makes you wobbly, bring the hand back down. Whatever works for you. Check in with your breath. Relax the abdominal muscles. Let go. Keeping the right hand up. Exhale, look down towards the floor. Inhaling, then come back up. Hands onto the hips. And then just bring the feet back together. Shake out the legs and shake out the arms. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple of minutes now of relaxation on the floor. So if you just come down onto your mat, sit down, and just to release the body a little bit, I want you to we'll spend a moment in the happy baby. Lie down on your back, open your knees a little wider than your hips, turn the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, reach up and grab the insides of your feet and let the knees drop down towards the armpits. Now if this is too much, you can bring the arms around the backs of your thighs like this, whatever works for you. The main thing is that the knees are down as close to your armpits as you can go and that the soles of your feet are up towards the ceiling. So you should feel relaxed in this, whichever version you're doing, and then gently sway from side to side. Just check in with your breath. Just allow the body now to relax, gently swaying. Inhaling through both nostrils, exhaling through both nostrils. Gently then let the feet back down onto the floor, straighten out the legs and shake them out. Open your knees to the width of your mat, let your hands onto the floor, just a little bit over the edge of your mat with the palms of the hands turned towards the ceiling. Lift your pelvis up and down a couple of times, get your lower back onto the floor. And then gently roll your head from side to side, bringing your ears as close to the floor as you can, releasing any tightness in the neck. Just 2 or 3 times each side. Finally, bring the head back to center, and then keeping the arms where they are, just lengthen the arms out of your sockets through the tips of the fingers, getting the shoulder blades, opening the shoulder blades. Close your eyes, inhaling deeply through your nostrils, fill the body with the breath, and then yawn the breath out through your mouth. So, inhaling through the nostrils again, and then yawn it out through the mouth. One more time, deep inhalation through the nostrils, fill the body with the breath, and then exhale, yawn it out through your mouth. Good. Then close your lips. Bring your attention back to the base of the nose. Inhale through both nostrils, exhale through both nostrils. So forget the postures, now they're finished. Bring your attention back to the base of the nose. Inhaling through both nostrils into the abdomen rises, and as you exhale, the abdomen falls and you release the breath. Let the breath go completely. Create that sensation of the body surrendering into the floor. So you can stay with this as long as you want yourself, about another 5 or 10 minutes, whatever suits. And hopefully you'll check in again. Any feedback, you can subscribe or send me a message. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll be uploading more videos fairly soon. Thanks for watching, and take care.